Hi everyone. Ooh, sorry if there's a little lag or something. Let's see. Oh, the music went away. Oh well, I hope you guys can hear what I hear then. Let me see. Okay, bet. I don't know if you guys can hear the music or not, but we'll just keep it that way. By the way, if you guys notice that I'm I don't answer your what's it called, comments and stuff, it's because I'm literally just looking at my OBS feed. I'm not really paying attention to anything that would you know, enter the reading, unless it's something that I get called to see or something like that. I don't know. So be free to leave any questions or anything else like that. I also have a Twitch, if you guys are curious what that is. And yeah, I'll just put up my links sometime. Yeah, I'll remind myself to do that. Alright, so welcome to today's reading. Today's going to be just a really late reading. I don't know, there's a lot of energy, like a lot of... I don't want to repeat what other tarot readers say, but just in case, there is a lot of karmic justice happening at this current moment. So that's why maybe you've been feeling, let's say, a little sleepy, or you've been sleeping a lot, which is why this is a late reading, because I have also been sleeping a lot. A lot of uploads coming, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, let's see, what else do I need to get started with? There's a lot to cover today, so that's why I've been feeling a little weird about putting this out there. But it has to do a lot with parental guidance, relationships with the stars, relationships with the planets, relationships with the elementals. There's also a lot about respect and there's one specific thing that I really wanted to touch upon. Consent, yeah. So just like everything else in the world, consent is required. It's not an option. Make sure that when you are cleansing your energy, you understand those laws of consent. I have a video talking about consent. I'll make a whole new one for you guys. Actually, all the individual stuff that I talk about, I will be putting into videos, where I will elaborate further on either specific words or specific spell works that people do, that how things are blocked, and just in general, just let people know all this information. It's important for us as humanity to be able to speak upon these things. So that's why the topics that I bring up, I run by them really quickly, because as much as I love being a teacher, I really do appreciate when people learn on their own, and I encourage people to do their own research all the time. So actually got a video of mine striked. I think 2 of them got striked. One was copyrighted for no reason. Another one was striked. I don't remember why either. And then another one was taken down because I exposed a lot of HIPAA violation stuff, and YouTube didn't like that. The cabal didn't like that, so they went after me. Now they're all karmic justice. So I will repeat myself later about that stuff when this all calms down, the energy's lifted. Yeah. Let's see. What else? If you need crystals to do some crystal healing, make sure to also take your time to appreciate the energy that they give you. The universe understands your issues and your problems, even if you don't. So don't be ashamed. There's also the energy of shame and guilt that might be coming around. Try to not ignore those, but go through them. You know what I mean? Try and penetrate it. Penetrate the idea, and expose the value of the truth, and then what's that word? Nervous laughter. Bring light to it. Yeah, if you're capable of that, please do that. Okay, let's get into the reading. Yeah, healing. So right now, there's this energy. Okay, so sense of value. So that's something that I needed to talk about today, was how we can build a relationship with the things that we value, and also the understanding of masculine and feminine energies. So right now, I have to bring this up, okay? I have to bring this up. I can't, like, hold it back or anything like that. Like, I don't even know how to bring this up properly. Not that I don't know how to do that, but it's more so, like, I just know that there's a lot of people who are going to get triggered by this. So, the way you love your significant other, masculine specifically, the way you love your significant other is not how you love your mother, okay? Like, the way you love a feminine figure, are you going to fuck your mom? So that's different. I just want to, like, mention that straight up. Like, if you look up to your parents to give you the guidance that you need on what kind of relationship you're going to have in the future, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Just gonna bring that up right away, because you don't know, you lived your entire life, right, with your parents in mind, but your parents did not live with you in mind their entire life, because they existed before you did, in the sense of the physical. However, in spirit, soul, mind, consciousness, we all existed at the same time. So, like, when it comes to old souls and new souls, that depends on the part of the journey that you're at. So you can have a mother who's, like, an extremely young soul. Yeah, root chakra. You can have a mother who's an extremely young soul, and then you could be an extremely old soul, or your mother can be an extremely old soul and you could be a young soul. There are so many differences between your energy and the energy of your parents, that if you don't understand that in your life, masculine, your parents they will never come up as the empress, or they will never come up as, they can come up as a high priestess, but they'll never come up as the empress, okay? Because they're not the example of who you're going to be with. That's the truth. Now, maybe you're going to end up with someone who maybe reminds you of them, but that's kind of the danger zone of this whole universe. Okay, so right now, if you are trying to look up to your parents as an example of literally, like, sacral root and sacral, literally what I'm trying to say is, like, that's where the healing needs to come from, your root and sacral chakra. You can't make your, like I said, are you going to fuck your mom? Like, how are you going to, it doesn't make sense. So right now, your parents are coming out as the Queen or King of Pentacles. This is all, like, based off of how you construct your values as a human being, and how that relationship transcends over time. But that's all in part of agape love. Yeah, there's judgment right now on the Emperor, on divine masculine. Yeah, so that needed to go. Sorry. I just, like, you would think it's obvious, especially women. We find it so irritating when you compare the person you're going to be with, or your divine feminine, with your mom. Like, no. That's not what's gonna happen, and that's not how life works. So, yeah. We're just gonna, yeah. That's how you keep getting into karmic relationships. That's something that I didn't touch upon. I felt it, but I didn't touch upon in the last video, because it was just gonna be this long to be able to explain. I'm already like almost 15 minutes in. So yeah, just like everybody else in the world, we're all going on a journey. So are your parents. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of movement and change. I'm seeing a lot of realizing and communication. I'm seeing a lot of like understanding that your values may be different than your parents' values, and actually appreciating it. Like, yeah, your parents like formed you, but you formed yourself mostly. You grew in that womb. Whose energy did you use to grow in that womb? It's still your energy. It's why our parents tap into our energy when they're pregnant. My mother tapped into a lot of my energy when she was pregnant, so she realized a lot about this world, but she was so young. Yeah. So right now there might be a lot of decision making that is coming from more of like a sense of reality that maybe you hadn't realized in the past. This energy of risk taking and impulsivity and all that stuff, this is very much masculine energy. It's impulsive decision making without faith is like shooting yourself in the foot. If you don't believe in what you're saying, and if you don't believe in what you preach, if you don't believe in the things that you are, then you create barriers for yourself and void effects. What I mean by void effects is that you may want to do something and it might work out, but there will be like a kind of plot hole, that causes you to lose what you manifest. I don't mean to form. No, it's not that. It's as if there's a fear of action due to the nature of your reality. If you're a masculine, you still need to tap into your shadow. A lot of the feminines right now, divine feminine, like I said, we're doing sexual healing, a lot of us. So it means that we're tapping into our shadow aspect, but our shadow aspect is not the same as a masculine energy. Masculine energy mostly gets this shadow from their own decisions, their own actions, obviously, just like everybody else, except this time it's the regret, shame, guilt. It's all that energy that I mentioned in the beginning that you get attacked by. Those are your demons. That's something that you need to purify. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for how you used to think or used to believe, because that's the only way that you can become the man that you want to become. Because then you can see clearly, think clearly, and act and form. Yeah, the truth. Because if you're not doing that, at least forgiving yourself for, the way that you are, like, it's who you are. These rules that you might feel that society puts on you, or maybe that you put too much stake on and faith on things like social media and red flags. So being precautious is anticipating failure. And I don't mean that like I said, like this fear identity. Being precautious is anticipating failure. However, with each failure comes success. So why not do things based off faith? Because you're still going to be taking a risk regardless. But if you just have belief in your own power and belief in your own self, then you're actually realizing your own capabilities through your decision-making process. Everything in this life is a lesson. Some people have already learned lessons in the past that you might be struggling with, which is why we listen to ancient wisdom and advice. Once again, that's the truth. That's why we have books. That's why we have videos of different people doing things, you know what I mean? Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, right now the only thing that we have here is God. The ideal, it's union. It's trust, it's loyalty, it's respect. It's an equal give and take. It's as if finding the godliness within us, finding the light that God gave us is so important. And take Kendrick, for example. Just take him, for example. Take Puya, for example, too. Yeah. You learn a lot of lessons from the things that you've been through. Most of us create our own trauma. A lot of men create their own trauma. Emotional balance stems from you realizing that you understand your emotions rather than hiding them. Understanding that your feelings and is where you put your security. If you don't trust how you feel, and if you don't trust your actions, then you start to affiliate those energies that you feel with the negative reaction that you might have gotten in the past because of them. But everything evolves. Impulsive action becomes creative reasoning. Risk-taking becomes risk management. Like, governing becomes leadership. Like, stuff like that. Just because you see something that feels the same as, no. Any fears that you have are unwarranted. Let me just say that. All fear manifests. And some of the most powerful manifestors that we have in this planet are men. So, if your fear comes to life, you have no one to blame but the fact that you didn't cleanse your energy. Cycle complete. Purifying yourself and purifying your identity is a part of life. Yeah. You might feel like you need to decide between one thing or the other, like between your peace and your security, whether it be, it's 4 cups, 4 of pentacles. If you feel like you have to decide between your emotional peace and your financial stability, or the values that you uphold, that means that you're not making appropriate decisions. That's what it means. That means that you have a doubt within you. Letting go of the idea that you have to choose one or the other is a part of you realizing your own power, because you can do anything. So why do you have to choose between peace and like love? Like, how does that doesn't make any sense. If you are at peace, you would be with love. If you are with love, then you would be with peace. It's not a decision to pick between one or the other. It's a decision to choose yourself. Choose God. That should be clear. If your creator made you the way you are in order so you can be involved in your own life the way you want to, because the truth is that you only want what is best for you. Because if you don't want what is best for you, then who's controlling you? You need to ask yourself if you're doing what's best for you. And what's best for you isn't between the things that you love the most. Everything you love and everything you cherish, you hold for a reason. So if you feel like you have to make a choice between one or the other, then your idea around sacrifice is being put under illusion. Cycles can make cycles. The idea of sacrifice is not the way that you feel it is. See, sacrifice means that you're giving something, but you need to know what you're giving it to, who you're giving it to, and why you're doing it. And that's why I always recommend giving everything to God, because only God can give you anything in return. Anything. Not even just what you want, but anything at all. The universe only pronounces you and crowns you because you choose to see it that way. Things don't happen to you, they happen for you. That analogy. You might not know that cycles that you've been through are karmic, but you should know that a lot of the karma is not yours. A lot of karma, whether it be negative, mostly negative karma, a lot of it is not yours. Because when you have forgiveness, you realize the lesson behind it. It's like you really do have to look within to find how you have avoided something much worse by being in the energy of prosperity rather than seeing it as a loss or a lost opportunity. You are perfectly capable of taking what's yours. What it really means for you is the intention that you put towards it. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Yeah. It's like there's a lot of past emotions. So, let's say you left all the things that you loved in the past, right? All these emotions, and now you have your cups empty, right? Where do they go? Where do those emotions go? Well, they're transmuted. Over time, over energy, everything that you've given and sacrificed, they will be transmuted and come back to you again. But that's why you need to cleanse that energy, because they will always come back to you. It's the same thing that's always going to come back to you. Whatever you give out is what you'll get. But if you're not prepared to have the mindset that you are responsible for the energy that you put out, then you will always be in that cycle. Okay. It's like, I'm hearing a fear of commitment. Like, that's what I mean. Fear. It's not even the commitment. It's not even your problem. It's fear. Kill it. What are you sitting there for? Watching a demon fuck you in the ass? Like, kill it. And I don't mean like physically. I mean pray. I mean let it go. Stop holding on to the same ideals. If something is bothering you, talk about it. Let it go. If something is hurting you, speak up. Stand up for yourself. Take women for the example. What kind of woman do you want? Someone who's your mother? You want your mother? Or do you want someone who's going to be with you, your divine partner? So that decision that you would lose your, like, you would lose your motherly love if you fall in love with some, like, what? What? What is going on? What is that? What is that? What like, what is that? That's not legit. Even that whole, like, I don't know what that is. My ancestors just protected me from that, but I don't know what the fuck that is. Having to make a decision between one person or the other. Who puts you in that position? What kind of person puts you in that position? If you have creative abilities to be able to do something that you truly love, then why stop yourself? This reading may be all over the place, but I don't know why I'm bringing this up. But it's like, is someone chipped? I keep feeling the same, like, over here. Be careful. Virus is a real thing. Unless you have faith. Heart. Okay. I don't know who wanted to see that. But yeah. Maybe that's all for today. Yeah, that's really all for today. That's all I'm getting. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And then, yeah, check out my links when I put them. Yeah. Peace.